That holiday clock is tick, tick, ticking. We have less than 30 days to go now, and so I'm starting to think about shopping. Oh, I'm always thinking about shopping. This one, a little bit boring. We're only thinking about supermarket shopping. So things that I have to buy at the supermarket and take with me. Let me show you what I take, and it might help you when you're packing your bag to go away. Let's go. Now, just before we get started, if while you're watching you like something that I've put out there, or if you like a little tip that I've given you, give me a thumbs up. It's the only way I know if you're liking what I'm doing. And if you want to see more of my videos, or even if you've seen some of my videos, don't forget to go and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to watch some of my next adventures to come, ring the bell, and when I put my next video out, you'll be notified. So come along on my adventures with me. I've bought something new. Yes, another something new. I've bought a new toiletry bag because you've always got to replace them. They get so worn out and messy. But this is a really nice one. So it folds up like this. It's got these handles and then it opens out. I love this. It has a hook that you can hook. I'll just move that forward a bit. You can hook this in your bathroom, hang it up somewhere in the bathroom. And if you don't have a hook in the bathroom, you can, if you've watched my other videos, you can use one of the hooks that you've packed to put in the bathroom on one of the walls and then just hook this on that hook. As you can see, it unfolds right out. This unclips to come off this piece here. If you wanted to unclip it and just take this one piece. It's got hard plastic here, zips, places to put brushes and toothbrushes. This one's only netting. It's not actually plastic. This is plastic. This one is netting. And it's a nice big one. So I'm going to give it a go and I'll show you when it's all packed up and being used on my next holiday. This is my favorite shore excursion bag. I've had this for so many years, but it's great. I love it. It fits all my stuff in it. When I do a shore excursion, if I'm on a cruise, or I take it when I'm just going on a holiday anywhere. It goes to the beach, it can go to the shops with me, and I really like it. It's just got this, it's just like a shoulder strap there. It's got a zip here, good quality zip, and then it's just all open inside, so I can pack towels, jumpers, anything I want in there. Now, remember to pack some sort of a tote bag because if you're going on a shore excursion, you're going to need to pack some things in there. Might be a towel, might be a jumper. It might be things like sunscreen or your bottle of water maybe. There's so many things you need to take on a shore excursion. So make sure you pack some sort of a tote bag for shore excursions. It doesn't matter where you're traveling to. These are some essentials I think that you always need to pack. Starting off with, you always want to have sunscreen. Now, we're off to Hawaii and Tahiti, and they recommend that you always use reef safe sunscreen. This is a reef safe one, so if you're looking for that, this is the brand that is reef safe that we can purchase here in Australia. It's only one of the brands, but I think that this one looks like a good one. Now, if you're going to get sunburn, if you're somewhere where it's hot and you might get a bit of a sunburn, make sure you pack some aloe vera to put on that skin to calm it down after that bright red sunburn. Always take a lip moisturizer. This is just like a chapstick, and it gets really, really hot and dry in some of these places, and your lips will dry out and even get sunburnt. So make sure you put lip balm on. And I always like to take a really nice moisturizer. This is just one that I have, but pack some sort of a moisturizer because your skin's going to dry out. We tend to shower more when we're away. We get out of the pool, we shower, shower again later, so you might be drying your skin out. So take plenty of moisturizer. Here it is. Call me old, call me fussy, but I know that a cruise ship will supply soaps, and sometimes they supply a shampoo, a conditioner, and a soap, but most of the time it's a shampoo and conditioner in together, and if you're lucky, you'll get a separate soap. On some cruise lines, it's all three in one. I don't like that. I'm fussy, and I'm going to take my own shampoo, conditioner, and soap. Now, I normally travel with this one, but these are hard plastic containers, and I found that when I was using those, as I got to the end, it was really hard to squeeze out the last little bit. So this time, yes, I've been shopping and I've bought new ones, and I've bought, they feel a bit like rubber. Very, very soft they are, and easy to squeeze. They just have a pop top. You just pop it open, squeeze out what you want, put the top back on. As you can see, I can do that all with one hand. Easily to recognize. Shampoo in one, conditioner in the other, and I have two others that I can put soap and some sort of cream if I wanted to put my hand creams or anything in. I also like to travel with dry shampoo. I never know if I'm going to have time to wash my hair. I like to wash my hair a lot. And so this way, if I take dry shampoo, if I haven't had the opportunity to wash my hair, all I have to do is spray some of this in, rub it through, brush my hair, and voila, it looks like my hair's clean. I carry a little first aid kit, just a few bits and pieces in it. No, I don't pack all these Band-Aids, but this is just to show you I do take a few of each different type of Band-Aid with me, and I will just pack into this little net bag that I have here. Safety pins, a little sewing kit, some cotton tips, and some makeup wipes, just the eye wipes. I do take some cotton wool balls as well, a little nail file there, and I carry, not in my carry-on, but in here is a very tiny pair of scissors and another nail file in there as well. So I pack all of these things, like I take a few of each thing and place in there, all of these. Oh, a hairband as well to pull your hair up. Sometimes you want to do that. And they do all fit into that little bag. Just showing you this little pouch that I got from another airline when I was flying once before. I do tend to keep all of these and reuse them for different things. This one has all my hair products in it and my hairbrush, and I think it's really nice to keep everything in its own little bag, and then I know exactly which bag I want. If I want the first aid kit, I get the little net one. If I want my hair products, I know to come to this one. So if you've got any of these little pouches, keep them and reuse them. Okay, are you liking some of what I've showed you? There's been a lot. Rewind, watch again. If you're liking it, don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe. Antiseptic wipes. Yes, I travel with this big packet of antiseptic wipes, and I will probably come home and it will be empty. I trust that the people in the hotels and that the people on the cruise ship are cleaning our rooms perfectly, but it's not enough for me to make sure I'm keeping myself safe, especially after the pandemic we've just had. Once they've been in and cleaned, I do like to go in with a disinfectant wipe all over everything, including that remote control for the TV. Remember, everybody who walks in that room is going to pick up that remote control. So I make sure I wipe everything over, and that just gives me a bit of peace of mind. Sometimes I'll pack a few of them into a little clip lock bag and take with me when I go on a shore excursion, or if I'm doing some sort of shopping where I think I might be touching things where I might want to wipe over my hands. I usually will carry hand sanitizer, but I do like to take a few antiseptic wipes with me as well. Talking about clip lock bags, yes, I travel with 2 different sizes. I know this seems a bit excessive to have all this stuff in my suitcase, but it does squish down quite flat. We usually squash down the box or we'll take them out of the box. And I travel with the large ones because you can take it with you if you happen to go to the beach, and you can put your swimmers in them. Sometimes if our shoes are wet, I put my one shoe in each bag, and then they're locked away in a plastic bag so they don't wet everything else in my tote bag. The little ones I like to use to put a few little snacks in. Now, if you're traveling on a cruise and you're getting off, be very careful. You have to check what you can take off the ship onto land. I always check, and if they say I can't take anything, then I don't take anything. Sometimes I'll take these up to the buffet on a cruise ship, and I might put a few little snacks in it and take back and leave in my room so that, if I've been on a shore tour and I've gotten back late and I've missed lunch or dinner or whatever it be, I can then just go back, open this little bag up and eat those snacks. So yes, I travel with a lot of little bags, the big ones and the sandwich size. In my last video, I talked about how I take a clothesline along with me. This is just giving you a better look at the clothesline. Here it is. Magnet goes in there, or you do have a suction cap. Magnet goes in this one. Again, suction cap at the other end. Magnetize the magnets to the wall or on the roof if you're on a cruise ship, or there's usually something in a hotel room if you would like to magnetize it to something, and just rinse out your underwear or t-shirt or something like that. Now this clothesline, it just separates apart. That's your pegs. You don't need to have a peg on the line. You just pull it through as much as it needs to, hang it up, and when it's pulled taut, it does seem to hold everything. I also take laundry detergent sheets. Now these you can just pack into your luggage and they smell nice. You can actually put them in your dirty washing bag just to make your dirty washing smell nice. And then you can use them, you just wet them down and use them as detergent if you're rinsing out underwear or something in your room. When I'm on my cruise next, I'll show you how that works. Some containers. Now I know I said I take little clip lock bags for snacks and things, but I do take just a couple of containers with me as well. And sometimes if I'm on a cruise, I'll just place the empty container into the tote bag. Then when I get off, I'll purchase something in one of the shops and put it into my tote bag and have it later on when I'm on my tour. Sometimes the tours go for 4, 5, even 6 hours, and all they give you is a very small snack. So you might want something a little bit more, and you don't want it to get squashed, so I have these containers. Now let me show you these containers. These are great if you can get some. They are a decent sized container. You can see my hand, and they fold down. That's it. They're folded down flat now. Then the lid just clips on the top. These ones are good ones. They have like a spoon at one end and a fork at the other, so that if I have a salad or something that I put in this bowl, then I've got that. You want to take some dressing along with you? Here it is. You put the dressing in this little part. That just comes off. If I can do it one-handed, there it is. Comes off. Put your dressing in there and then put the little lid back on. This one's the same. It's folded down flat. I'll just try and get it off one-handed. And then you can click it open to however far you want. It opens at all different sizes. But then you can see there, it's opened up to a little bowl. So that. These are some other things I take, little pill containers. I travel with all my medication in their original boxes. I do have a fair bit of medication I carry, and when I take it, I keep them in their regular boxes, but once I get to my hotel, or maybe I am on a cruise, I go and put, say if I was going to breakfast or something like that. I'll just open this one. It's a bit tricky one-handed. I can just put them in what I need to take for that day, go up to the buffet breakfast, and then just pull that out rather than having those tablets just in my hand. This is the same thing. This is, you know, maybe my husband would use the small one and I might use the big one. Same sort of thing. You can just fit a few tablets in there, take it up to the buffet or the dining room with you, and then you can take them with your food if that's what you need to do. Now this one is for a cruise really, but you could probably take it for a hotel room as well. In a cruise ship, if you happen to be, especially in an internal cabin with no balcony, the rooms get a little bit smelly. Now, of course, you cannot burn candles when you're on a cruise ship because that's a fire hazard. But you can buy these little sprays and things. It's just a small one. Place it in the bathroom and you can just squirt this if you need to. I like to travel with it. I even use it in my hotel rooms sometimes because you get into those rooms and they're a bit stuffy. You spray this around and it's really nice. These few things sometimes come in really handy. Some post-it notes, you know, you might make a little note. You can stick it on the wall, you can stick it on the mirror, or even put it on one of the clips that I showed you in my last video. Don't forget, if you're making a note, you might like a pen. Sometimes you get them in the cruise ships and sometimes you don't. Sometimes in a hotel room you will get them, but I found lately all I've been getting is pencils. So I'm on a cruise ship next. I'll be taking these. A highlighter. Now I take the highlighter because I might like to highlight something I want to do in the daily planner. Remembering I'm on a cruise, so they give you a daily planner each day. And of course, some envelopes for those extra tips. Now that's a very controversial conversation that people like to have. It's totally up to you if you want to tip. In Australia, we tend only to tip in a restaurant maybe, but we don't tip a lot. So it's a really foreign thing for Australians to give a tip. On a cruise ship, sometimes your tips are included and people feel like I've already done it, I'm not tipping anybody else. And that's up to them. They can certainly do that. I personally think that the people that are cleaning up my rooms, I'm just glad that it's not me not doing it. And so I like to give them that little extra tip. I take an envelope. I quite often will purchase or make a little card that just says, thank you for looking after me. There's also, if you have the same waiter in the dining room, maybe the same bartender each time you go to a certain spot where you like to sit, you might like to give each of them just a couple of extra bucks at the end of your cruise. And so don't forget to take some envelopes to put it in. Well, there's been a lot there. I hope you liked this video. Remember, the only way that I can tell if you're liking it, thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and then come along on my adventures with me, and maybe next adventure will be yours.